Today I want to teach you a couple of tools that cut. The first tool is going to be the rectangular marquee tool. So I have this cool little photography film frame, and I also have this sunset. And so what I want to do is I want to put the sunset in the frame. So with the sunset layer, I have to right click it and rasterize the layer. Once that's rasterized, then I'm going to be able to edit the layer. So I'm going to go ahead and put it under the film strip. Then I'm going to go to the move tool and put it like this. Now notice that the image is a little bit bigger. Even if I resize, it doesn't fit perfectly. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the film layer, go to the rectangle marquee. I'm going to make sure that the square kind of overlaps just a little bit. And then I'm going to go back to the sunset. At the top of the screen, select inverse or Shift Command I, and then press delete and then Command D. So this has put the sunset directly into that shape. And if I hold Shift, I can actually merge the layers together. And so it will be moving as one unit. That might help some of you. Okay, so that's the rectangle marquee. It's also available in the circle. So if you want like a circle shape, select inverse or vice versa. Okay. All right, the next tool I'm going to show you is the selection brush tool. Now this tool is kind of like a looser version of selection. So here, if I highlight this area here, I'm kind of brushing my subject. Okay, then after I have it brushed, I can go to the lasso tool, and it's got a nice little line that I brushed. Now for kids that are a little bit more specific, you can go directly to the lasso tool. If you're good at drawing, I'm not good at drawing, and outline it here. Now the shape does have to close for you to be able to select it. And kids that are even more specific, there is the polygonal lasso tool. So these have to be points. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Cool. And the points do have to close. Okay. And this will help you to make a more geometric shape polygonal tool. Okay. Up next, you have the magnetic, which is similar to the polygonal, but it's more automated in how it connects. Okay, up next, we have the object selection tools, quick selection tool, and the magic wand. So all of these are going to handle the selection a little bit differently. So I'm going to go to the basketball layer, and I'm going to rasterize that layer. So on the object selection tool, you can already see things are starting to highlight. If I click this ball, then I do select inverse, then press delete on my keyboard, Command D. That did a pretty good job at cutting out the ball. That's pretty good. Now if I go back here, there are other tools along with it. So you have the quick selection tool. So the quick selection tool, I will select the black because it'll probably be easier. So as you can see, it's kind of going around the object in that area. Then I just press delete. Now notice some of the W got cut off. So what I can do is I can go back. And then at the top of my screen, if I go to the minus, I can zoom in and get some of the W off. So the minus means subtract, of course, and it's just subtracting some of what I have selected, a little bit here. Okay, and then if I zoom back out and press delete, now you see my W's. Okay. All right, so that's the quick selection tool. Now the magic wand tool is a little bit more like AI kind of based. So magic wand, click here. Now see, that was just one click. And I got it, but there's a little color there on the edge. But let's see. Yeah, that did a pretty good job. Now, if you wanted to keep this one, this is where the rectangular marquee tool will come in. So I could just come in here, draw a square around what I want to delete and press delete. Okay. Just deleting chunks of it. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, and then so those are those three there. The last tool that cuts, please don't ever crop, especially when we have a direct size, that specific size that we're trying to use. And so the last tool I did want you to learn today was going to be the eraser. And so the eraser can have like a more artistic effect when you're trying to erase it. So what you want to do at the top of your screen, size is right here. This is how you make the eraser bigger. There's all different kinds of prints and things you can use, but hardness, changing the hardness really adds that feathery look. Let me change it a little bit more. And that is really cool. So you can use the eraser too, like if you don't want it to be too choppy when you're adding stuff together, or if you want a more feathered kind of look. That will help you to achieve that. It's just doing it by hand a little bit more. Okay, so if I come up here and just butt this against this, and then I added a layer effect here, that would be really cool. Okay, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Okay. All right, so I went over the tools that cut. We learned about the rectangle and the rectangular marquee and the elliptical marquee. We learned about the lasso tools, object selection, quick selection, and magic wand. And then lastly, the eraser. Those are majority of the tools that cut. Happy creating. Yeah!